Good evening, friends. Today, on occasion of National Youth Day, 12 January 2021, I would like to welcome all excellent audience for joining me on this occasion to celebrate anniversary of the great saint, the great sage Swami Vivekananda. One of the word I remember, you cannot believe in God until you believe in yourself. So let us give emphasis on your belief, on your thought. Let us purify your thought, make it unbiased, unjudgmental. Then only then you could believe on yourself and God also. Let's start our webinar today. The topic is depression among the youth and role of yoga and meditation therapy. I am Dr. S.K. Pandit, one of the neuropsychiatrist, Kolkata based, and medical superintendent, head of the Department of Psychiatry, Central Hospital. So let us understand first what is depression, which age group is called youth, and what is the connection between depression and youth. Depression is a major mental health problem, not only in India but worldwide, and contributing a significant morbidity, disability as well as mortality, along with significant global economical loss, almost $1 trillion per year. One of the study done by National Mental Health Survey 2015-16, they projected 1 out of every 20, those who are above 18 years of age, might be depressed at any point of their life. That's amount to 45 million. Even World Health Organization has projected that one among each and every 5 would be depressed worldwide. It is projected by World Health Organization. Now let's come out of depression and understand who are youth. As per the National Youth Policy 2014, age 15 to 29 in India is taken as youth, in USA 15 to 24 year, in Canada 16 to 28 year, in Africa, South Africa 14 to 35 year. As per the Indian Census 2011, India is expected to have 34.33% share of youth in total population by 2020-2021. So it's a great news. We are going to be the youngest country worldwide, but the greater responsibility also has come with this good news, and the responsibility is to care the mental health, the physical health of this youngest country, youth of this youngest country, the young population of this young country. I believe that depressed mind is a misery-making machine, and it has a variable courses. If untreated, turns into chronic disability. At worst, it leads to the suicide also. First, it dissolves the mind. It has a capacity to dissolve the body also. Sometimes the tendency of deliberated self-harm also come. If treated, remission and recovery is more likelihood. Early identification and early treatment is at most important. So identifying depression is very important task. And in simple word we can say depression is nothing but the failure of mind, body and external world coordination. There is an environment within our body, and that environment called psychophysiological environment. Similarly, there is an environment in the mind, and that is called psychological environment. And we live in immediate environment like our home, society, nation, and the bigger environment is this world. So, making a coordination between the external world, physiological environment, that is body, psychological environment, that is mind. This coordination, when fails, when there is a failure in this coordination, maintaining this coordination, depression arises. Depression has its sign and symptoms that could be divided into three different parts: somatic symptoms, psychological symptoms, and psychotic symptoms. Somatic symptoms related with the body, psychological symptoms related with the emotions, and psychotic symptoms in the worst condition, in severe condition, related with hallucination, delusion of guilt, pessimistic idea, guilt feeling, so much so that person start to believe that he or she deserve punishment. Similarly, hallucination also arises time to time in case of severe depression. Psychological symptoms are low mood, lack of interest, lack of energy, hopelessness, helplessness, worthlessness thinking. Suicidal ideation in the mind, anhedonia, lack of enjoyment. They unable to enjoy the pleasure which are pleasurable previously. Self-esteem, self-confidence get down. Attention and concentration power get down. Similarly, body-related symptoms like lack of appetite, loss of appetite, loss of libido, sleep disturbance. So in this three section, depression can be identified. Is youth vulnerable to depression? The next question arises. Yes, youth is vulnerable to depression because of their maturity is yet not grown up to the highest limit, yet not enhanced up to certain level, and this is why the subconscious mind drives them more than the conscious mind. The contribution of subconscious mind driven mind is more in the youth compared to the conscious mind. Why? Because they believe that requirement is more important than needs, so they have lots of requirement. Conflict also, less confidence, less clarity, more confusion, more fluctuation in the emotion compared to equanimous mind in the thought, more expectation than the experience. Always there is a fear of failure, there is real or imaginary loss in the mind compared to the hope of success and gain. With the utilization of the subconscious mind dominantly, there is a chances that they could fill their body, their mind with illness, malpractices, sickness. So it is important to understand and to know the idea of sickness, illness, health and mental health. Let us understand what is illness, what is health and what is mental health. As per the World Health Organization, Illness is defined as a person's own perception or experience and evaluation of the disease or condition, how he or she feels. For example, an individual may feel pain, weakness, discomfort, depressed, stress, anxiety, but a disease may or may not be present. Similarly, health has its own definition. It's not merely the absence of disease or infirmity, but it's a state of complete physical, mental, social, and spiritual well being. And the third part, mental health. It's a state of well being in which individual realizes his or her own abilities. Number one. Number two, can cope up with the normal stress of the life and can work productively and fruitfully. Number three. Number four, he is able to make a contribution in his community, at least in his family, in his nation. In any way, he can make a contribution towards others. But how to achieve this physical health or mental well being? It's a big challenge, especially for the youth, children, adolescents. In this modern world, we have a busy life. And in this busy life, making a schedule, making a discipline for our healthy body, for our physical health and mental well being is very tough. This is the era of technology. Everyone has a enhanced kind of technology in their hand. Each and every work they can able to do with this technology, mobile, IT technology, and different devices. The humans are now laced with so many devices and very much busy to handle those devices. But equally important is your physical health and mental well being. And that can only possible by practicing certain activities related with your body, your mind, certain exercises of your body, your mind. So, how we can achieve this physical health and mental well-being? To achieving this physical health and mental well-being, we need to stretch ourselves both physically and mentally. And how it is possible? Stretching ourselves. By it's possible by yoga, asana, sukshma vyama. How stretching the mind is possible? Stretching the mind is possible by practicing pranayama and regularly doing prayer. How we can increase our self-esteem, self-confidence? That possible? That only possible if you get up early in the morning. The first confidence, the first self-esteem is to get up early in the morning and leave the bed. Cleansing yourself, your body. Having healthy nutrition. Food is not only healthy nutrition. Thinking healthy is also a healthy nutrition. Reflecting good energies around you. The person sitting next to you. Accepting the good energy from him and releasing a good energy from you. Emotional connectivity. Building pleasant emotional connectivity with each and others is also a nourishment. Daily, day-to-day work, considering whether you are an individual or institute, whether it is personal, family, social, occupational, or institution. You have to work. You have to study. Healthy lifestyle, sleep hygiene, and good support is also important. Reducing maladaptive intentions, tendency, habit, behavior, actions, corrected to build a good personality. So, these all things can bring a equilibrium with the body, within your physiology of your body, and equanimous state in the mind. Once you are in the equanimous state in the mind and equilibrium in the physical body, There would be a good coordination between your internal environment, physiological and psychological environment, with the external world at the level of hormone and at the level of neurotransmitter. Breathing system is such a system which control both hormone and neurological symptoms and also affect your state of mind. So your state of physical condition in your body and a state of mental condition in your mind is connected with the breathing system. And this is why pranayama is important. Bandha mudra and meditation is important to stretch your mind and your mentality. Next things arises that if you find a youth to be depressed, what to do? Is you suggest him to go for yoga and meditation, or you suggest him to go for a psychiatric checkup, screening, mental health, screening of the mental health, or both? So in this condition, the first thing is to do is to send the person for the screening of mental health problems, if any. Under screening, if any mental health issues arises, it should need to be treated properly from a psychiatrist. And severity of the illness is finding is very important. Whether it is mildly depressed, moderately depressed, or severely depressed. If it is mild and moderate, non-pharmacological treatment is enough. And within that non-pharmacological treatment, yoga and meditation is also a part. Otherwise, medicinal treatment is important. Treatment under psychiatrist care supervision is important. We have always a mental noise within us. But if this mental noise, mental modification, mental misconception, mental conflict, or mental confusion, mental distortion start to affect our day to day life, different domain of the life, and persist for the long time, it creates a mental problem within us. And the base level resolution for that is yoga and meditation. Yoga sachit vritti nirodha. It means when you are in a state of yoga, all misconception, that is vrittis, that are exist in the mutable aspect of the human being, that mutable aspect of the human being is called chitta. And that vrittis get disappear from your chittas. That misconception get disappear from your mind, mutable aspect of human being. So the next question arises, is health is possible without attaining a mental health? Without taking care of the mind of youth, can they be healthy? Answer is no. Caring mental health is utmost important than anything else. Then only self-actualization or self-realization states can be attainable among the youth. Self-actualization or self-realization state in the mind is the most balanced mind. And when a balanced mind is restful mind. And a restful mind can achieve any sort of success, can enhance its insight, its perception at any level, boundless level. But a restless mind can do nothing. So self-actualization state is a state of restful mind, most successful, most balanced mind. The great peoples have this kind of mind. But how this youth, how we can direct this youth, guide this youth to acquire this state of mind? To acquire this state of mind, we need to fix the basic survival need for those youth. And the basic survival need for those youth is physiological need, safety need, attachment need. Then self-esteem and self-confidence get rise. Only if we are able to fix the physiological, safety and attachment need. What is physiological needs? If stomach is empty, there is no food, how someone can think about the mental health. So, food, getting clear water, pure water to drink, a proper dress to wear is the physiological need. We need to fix all this basic need first. Once this basic need is fixed, there is a need of safety, shelter, and security. When this youth get fixed with this need also, then they require attachment needs. That is a good friend, family, community to express their emotions, to share emotions among each other. Then and only then it is possible to raise the self esteem and self confidence among them. And it's achievable by fixing the basic survival need. And it's our duty to fix it, to guide them. Only then creativity come in their mind, and only then they pursue the talent. That is the state of self actualization. And how self actualization states can be acquired? Abhyas Bairag Bhayamat Anurodha. State of self actualization is attained by a balance between body and mind, and this balance can be achievable by yoga, meditation. Balance between whom? Balance between Abhyas and Vairag. Abhyas means assiduousness, and Vairag means the courage or capacity, deliberate courage and capacity to self delink, deassociation from the sensory attachment, from the excessive sensory attachment. Youth have a tendency towards the easy sensory association, easy pleasure, that need to be delink, and that capacity is called vairagya. Imperturbability. So we need to make a balance, a state of equilibrium, a state of equanimity between assiduousness and imperturbability, abhyas and vairagya. Then and only then there is a sustainability in the self-actualization and self-realization among the youth. According to humanistic theory of personality development, state of self-actualization in the mind among the youth or among anyone only possible by making the equanimity state in the mind and equilibrium in the physiology and fixing the basic need of the humans, that is the physiological food, water, warmth, safety, security, and shelter, attachment, friend, family, community, self esteem, self confidence for the recognition, achievement, and mastery. So it's a big challenge for us to motivate our youth to get transformed from very busy life, late night party, heavy load of attachment for the immediate pleasure seeking behavior. And it's our duty to transform them from this immediate pleasure seeking behavior to long term healthy rewards of practicing discipline, practicing yoga, and practicing meditation. That can be attainable. This challenge we can meet. We can meet this challenge by mental motivation. How we can mentally motivate our youth for a disciplined life, for regular practice of their physical health and mental well-being, by practicing different state of physical exercise and mental exercise. That persistent goal directed activities or target oriented behavior is called motivation. Motivation has different state of mind. The first state is pre-contemplation stage. Once knowledge is gained, education is given to this youth, they get shifted to different state of mind. And that stage is called contemplation. From contemplation to preparation, they need to accept the education. Once they accept the education, they want to change their behavior. Their habit, their intention, their tendency get changed automatically and they take the action. Once the action is taken,